Yes, people, for when brand new news, I did not expect it. Arsenal just released a club statement saying Pierre Emerick Aubameyang will no longer be the club captain of this football club and he's not considered for selection against West Ham United. Now, I'm going to talk about my thoughts through this because I did not expect this to come out. Of course, Aubameyang a couple times now has breached disciplinary rules, actions set by, I'm guessing, Arteta and the staff. But I didn't really think there was going to be any consequences, but there is now. This is big. He's been removed from club captain. I'm going to talk about whether I think it was the right decision, who I believe should be the captain going forward, and how I believe this will shape our club going into the next few games in what is, let's be honest, a very busy period for Arsenal Football Club. So if you're new around here, if you enjoy Arsenal football-based content, please consider subscribing on my road to 700 and also drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people. So in terms of Pierre Emerick Aubameyang himself, he missed a game against Southampton, a disciplinary breach. Apparently he was late arriving to training, reporting to the club after we allowed him to go on holiday. And it's not the first time. I remember the London derby, not the most recent one, the one before that he actually missed due to the fact that he was late again. And then Lacazette played that game and we still won. And we won again on the weekend. So it's a double whammy for Aubameyang. Not only did he miss the game, Arsenal almost always won without him. And we even look better without him at the club. Now in terms of him as a captain himself, Aubameyang was never really captain material for me in the first place. He's one of the players that when the going gets tough, I don't really see him inspiring the team, giving them confidence. A captain leads by example or leads by their voice. And for me, he didn't really lead with either. He's a good player on the pitch, but there's one thing being a good player and being a good captain. There's lots of great players in the world of football. There's loads of them. But there's very few great captains. Someone that's going to lead that team from start to finish. Captains who you look at to inspire you. And for me, Aubameyang never really was that, because when we went to concede, Aubameyang was one of the first ones for his head to drop. I've seen it multiple times. And he was never really leading on the pitch. Well, he was leading on the pitch, I'll give him that, but recently he hasn't been leading on the pitch the last season or so. And now the fact he's not leading off the pitch either, seems like a no-brainer that he's no longer the captain. And I'm just very happy, and I actually respect Arteta more for having the courage to drop him as captain, because I did not think he would do it. I did not think he would have the courage to say, Aubameyang is no longer the captain, so fair play to Aubameyang, fair play to Arteta, for doing that, because it takes a lot of courage to do that, because that could really rattle Aubameyang and the team. Hopefully he takes it in the right way, Aubameyang, and yeah, I guess it's a good time, because if there was ever a time to not make him captain, this would be the easiest time to do it, because now you have an excuse. Yeah, the excuse is wrong one. Now you have a reason not to make him captain. For me, he never should have been captain in the first place, but you can't really just not make him captain out of the blue. But now he's done that, you can use that as a reason to say, alright, you're no longer captain now. So I guess it's like every cloud has a silver lining, because I wouldn't wanted him to be the Arsenal captain long term either way. Now let's talk about who I think should be the captain. There's a few candidates. For me, it comes down to Kieran Tierney or Gabriel Magalhaes. Kieran Tierney, of course, a left back. He's been at the club for a couple of years now, 3 years in fact, I believe. And he's a player that always gives 100% for the badge. And that's one of the most important things for me. Always passionate, always talking, commanding. The one kind of grey area with him is his injury record. He's not playing every game. He gets injured far too often for my liking. So that's a little bit of grey for me. And also, he is still young. And he's still relatively new to the club, only 3 years. Gabriel, though, it's the same reasoning, to be fair. Also young, but his English has got much better. He's commanding now. He's talking more. I can see him. He's always in the team, always giving at least a 7 or 8 out of 10. Also, I personally prefer captains that are deeper in the pitch, like centre-backs and goalkeepers. They can see the whole pitch rather than a striker at the front. That's just my personal preference, so I won't really use it much in the actual reasoning. But Gabriel, commanding. Of course, been at the club, I think 1 year less than Tierney, yeah. So he's still relatively new to the football club by all means, but we have got a squad that are quite new. There's not a lot of old players, when I say old, players that have been at this club for a long time. And Gabriel, I think, will be a very good candidate. I definitely would not doubt his credentials as a future captain. So why not making it now? Another player that I think has got a great shout, but I will not give it to, is Aaron Ramsdale. For me, Aaron Ramsdale possesses a lot of qualities of a great captain. It's just too early. It's sad, but it's too early. Because then it's a joke thing. If you give it to Ramsdale, he literally just walked in the door the other day. Then it becomes a joke to give the Arsenal captain someone that just came in the club. But for me, he's got a great shout for it. If he'd been at the club for as long as Tierney or Gabriel have, then I guess it's got to be Ramsdale, because he's always commanding. But it's just a little bit too early for him. But overall, I'm glad the decision that we have decided to drop Aubameyang as captain. Who's going to go to? I mean, Lacazette's been captain the last few games, but does he deserve it long term? He's not even really staying at the football club. For me, it's got to be someone like Gabriel or Kieran Tierney at least, but I'd be happy with either option. Leave in the comment section down below whether you think Aubameyang should have been dropped and who you would like to see become Arsenal captain. I'll catch you guys in the next video.